A little bit high. And we are underway. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The next pitch misses, and the count now even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This to center field. Edman sprinting for this one. And it's caught for the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
And another ball. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
And there's ball 4.
4 pitches down.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk,
and
guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Man at first. Yeah, the batter now, Jesus Sanchez. That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's 1. He's out. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And starting in this one, Sandy Alcantara.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Mookie Betts leading things off and takes a strike.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Hill sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. Take a look at the lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Tommy Edman at the plate. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
Batting third.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
So, man aboard. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Runner on the go. Strike in there. throw to second, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And that extends the inning for Teoscar Hernandez.
Left fielder, Teoscar.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is outside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Two outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the Dodgers leave one, scoreless after one. And we're back. Second inning set to go at the plate. Jonah Bride. Bride measures 5 feet 10 inches, 200 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Ohtani back to work. And that one is in the dirt. 1-0. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to Freeman. One up, one down.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Now at the plate, Matt Mervis. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
There's a strike.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
And that's down and away. One out, bases empty. That misses, and that's ball 3.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Betts whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
2 down, bases empty. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins, delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. No score here in the second. Next one misses, and that's ball one. Two down, nobody on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the catcher, Will Smith. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
That's just out.
That one outside, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2-2 the count.
The next offering misses. 3-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3-2 now. And down on strikes. And there's one down. Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a miss, strike one. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. And now the count is even.
1-1.
The pitch. And there's a ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Andy Pajes in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two out, space is empty. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Ball one there.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Just missed. Fastball is outside. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the second baseman. Fought off foul. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes Pages around third. He will score, and they take the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0.
Big RBI for him right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So 2 down. Here's Mookie Betts now. Fly to center his first time. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. First and second, 2 down. And Mookie takes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch. It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
2 on, 2 outs. That one fouled off, 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Turns and fires the Betts. That one just misses. Tommy Edman up next for the Dodgers. Two outs. Struck him out looking. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And now, Davison De Los Santos. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 8th, center fielder Derek Hill.
Here's the center fielder, Derek Hill. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Strike 1.
1-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Inside,
Extra
just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Stays alive. Line drive. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting ninth, catcher Nick Cortez.
Now here is Nick Fortes. Tap foul at the plate. On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in LA. And here comes Tommy Edman.
Center fielder Tommy Edman.
And a strike. The 0-2. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
1-0.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
left fielder,
Struck out swinging his first time.
Hernandez.
Out to short, Edwards. Slings to first, and Hernandez is out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. Bunt attempt, popped up, stretches out and hauls it in. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Norby swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next offering misses, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Marlins hitless so far in the game. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Right fielder,
0 for 1 so far.
Sanchez.
And the first offering is not close. On the ground to the left. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Jonah Bride.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jonah Bride. Grounded out his first time up. That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Fastball for a strike. Next offering upstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Matt Mervis in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good job to fight that one off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two outs. Out to short. Betts. On to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Marlins leave 1, and it remains 1-0. And we're back. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Ball 2.
That's outside. And that's ball 3.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And that one hammered. Going back. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Muncy.
Here's Muncy to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
1 down, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Matt Mervis. Ohtani back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these Marlins just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
0-2 now. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. Swing and a foul out of play.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Myers in his 2nd season, 29 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2017. Next offering is in for a strike. And that skips into there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One down, base is empty.
Ball 2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering is downstairs. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting, the
Davison
designated
De
hitter,
Los
Davison
Santos,
De
the
Los
next up for the
Santos.
Marlins. Grounded out his first time. Just
Inside, ball
missed. And that is cut on and missed. 1 ball, 1
And
strike.
a ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Pajes on the run towards the line. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that. Back here at Dodger
Leading
Stadium,
off for
we
the
head to the bottom of the
Dodgers,
5th. Michael
designated
Conforto will
hitter,
climb in.
Michael Conforto.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the
Well, he's
count.
looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And they had their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's the second baseman. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Fires to second for 1. Relay to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest
Now
double
batting,
plays to turn on the infield. The
shortstop,
first baseman has to
Mookie
get inside,
Betts.
create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's Mookie Betts. That's out to center field. And that is that. Top of the 6th inning. And now the center fielder, Derek Hill.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And fouled off. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Moving in the bullpen, Blake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Scott warming up as well. That
1
misses
ball,
the zone.
2 strikes.
Now 1-2. And there's a ball. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Oh, there's a small
Now
sigh of
batting,
relief right
catcher,
there. I mean, just to keep that
Nick
speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
The 1-0. foul ball there. Next offering is in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Edwards in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strike. That's ball 2.
That's a little bit low. Connor Norby waits on deck for Miami. Two down, nobody on. That one the other way. Throw on to Freeman. Marlins set down in order. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in LA, now it's the switch hitting outfielder.